Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation. Work has love made visible. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the greatest intention. Beauty is not in the face. Beauty is a light in the heart. Yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. Your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. The timeless in you is aware of life's timelessness, and knows that yesterday is but today's memory and tomorrow is today's dream. Ever has it been that love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation. You may forget with whom you laughed, but you will never forget with whom you wept. Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit. I have learned silence from the talkative, tolerance from the intolerant, and kindness from the unkind. Yet, strange, I am ungrateful to those teachers. Trust in dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Tenderness and kindness are not signs of weakness and despair, but manifestations of strength and resolution. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Generosity is giving more than you can, and pride is taking less than you need. A friend who is far away is sometimes much nearer than one who is at hand. If you love somebody, let them go, for if they return, they were always yours. If they don't, they never were. The reality of the other person lies not in what he reveals to you, but in what he cannot reveal to you. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked, through understanding. We are all like the bright moon. We still have our darker side. Love and doubt have never been on speaking terms. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. I prefer to be a dreamer among the humblest, with visions to be realized, than Lord among those without dreams and desires. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. Let your soul exalt your reason to the height of passion. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. Say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Faith is a knowledge within the heart, beyond the reach of proof. They deem me mad because I will not sell my days for gold, and I deem them mad because they think my days have a price. The obvious is that which is never seen until someone expresses it simply. The teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. Love possesses not, nor would it be possessed, for love is sufficient unto love. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. Wisdom stands at the turn in the road and calls upon us publicly, but we consider it false and despise its adherents. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. If your heart is a volcano, how shall you expect flowers to bloom? Your joy is your sorrow unmasked. And forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. To understand the heart and mind of a person, look not at what he has already achieved, but at what he aspires to. A truth is to be known always, to be uttered sometimes. The lust for comfort murders the passion of the soul. Rest in reason, Move in passion, keep me away from the wisdom which does not cry, the philosophy which does not laugh, and the greatness which does not bow before children. Love is trembling happiness. Your hearts know in silence the secrets of the days and the nights. You have been told that life is darkness, and in your weariness you echo what was said by the weary. And I say that life is indeed darkness, save when there is urge. Knowledge of the self is the mother of all knowledge. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. No man can reveal to you aught but that which already lies half asleep in the dawning of your knowledge. Love gives naught but itself, and takes naught but from itself. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. Our worst fault is our preoccupation with the faults of others. Music is the language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace, abolishing strife. A traveler am I, and a navigator, and every day I discover a new region within my soul. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. To be little, you have to be little. Poetry is a deal of joy and pain and wonder, with a dash of the dictionary. The eye of a human being is a microscope, which makes the world seem bigger than it really is. We choose our joys and sorrows long before we experience them. If you reveal your secrets to the wind, you should not blame the wind for revealing them to the trees. March on. Do not tarry. To go forward is to move toward perfection. Your life is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life. In one drop of water are found all the secrets of all the oceans. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. The real test of good manners is to be able to put up with bad manners pleasantly. The significance of a man is not in what he attains, but in what he longs to attain. God made truth with many doors to welcome every believer who knocks on them. We are limited not by our abilities, but by our vision. Progress lies not in enhancing what is, but in advancing toward what will be. In the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter. Trust the dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. Sadness is but a wall between two gardens. The obvious is that which is never seen until someone expresses it simply. A little knowledge that acts is worth infinitely more than much knowledge that is idle.